Hello everyone and welcome. Today I wanted to discuss the Loadout Card system since it still remains to be one of the biggest mysteries for new players. Basically, Loadout Cards are received from equipment cases, which you can either purchase with credits or obtain when randomly at the end of a match. They give you the opportunity to try out different weapons for your mercenaries, and depending on the rarity of the loadout, you can have up to 3 additional augments. Augments will give your merc a slight bonus in some situations. As an example, the Augment mechanic will allow non-engineer mercs to complete objectives more quickly than normal, while the Get Up Augment grants medics an increase to the health they can give their teammates during a revive. I'll leave a link to the list of each augment and their descriptions below for those curious. There are 9 varieties of loadouts for each merc, and 7 separate rarities that they can come in. The loadout rarities are Default, Lead, Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Cobalt. Now, a common misconception is that a Cobalt card is better than any other card and will give you an advantage in gameplay. Well, this simply isn't true, because the highest amount of augments that you can have on a particular loadout is 3, and that is reached at the Bronze rarity, so anything above that is purely cosmetic. Each of the 9 loadouts will contain one of 3 primary, secondary, and melee weapons, 3 cards with each of them. The great thing is, you can purchase any Bronze rarity loadout within the in-game store, and this gives you the opportunity to choose the loadout that you want without having to gamble on a 1 in 9 chance when trading up or trading in. Speaking of that, once you've obtained enough loadouts of a certain rarity, you can either trade them up along with some credits for a single card of higher rarity, or trade them in along with credits for a single card of the same rarity. This is your best chance on getting the loadout card you want in those higher rarities, since the chances of receiving not only a high rarity card, but the loadout that you want in an equipment case is very slim. I'll have the costs of each trade up on screen now, as well as the costs for each trade in. You'll see just how much it costs to trade up for a Cobalt card, which is what makes them so prestigious amongst players. Changing which loadout card you want to use is as easy as right-clicking the merc in your squad you want to change the loadouts for, or clicking the loadout card swap button when waiting in the endgame lobby. If you want to view a collection of all the loadouts you've obtained so far, you can do so by navigating to the Loadouts tab in the barracks. Here, I would recommend sorting everything via rarity for easier viewing, and make sure you don't have any of the filters checked. If you know that you have more loadout cards than what's being currently shown, clicking this button should reveal them. Sometimes you will have filters checked, even if you don't remember checking any, a little spooky, so just remember to keep an eye out for this button when viewing your inventory. Another interesting feature of loadout cards are the names associated with them. Now, at first, it might seem like just a few random numbers and letters with some flavor text attached, and while that second half is right, the numbers and letters are actually in reference to the weapons equipped with that particular loadout card. For example, the M92 Elite Rifleman card for Skyhammer contains the M4 Assault Rifle, whose associated primary code is the letter M, the Smuth & Wetzman 40 caliber handgun with the secondary code number of 9, and the Stiletto knife, which has a code number of 2 for melee weapons. But don't worry about memorizing these too much. You'll eventually learn from memory which loadouts are your favorite and end up memorizing the names of those ones anyways. Now, remember how I said there were only 7 rarities of loadout cards that span from Default to Cobalt? Well, I lied. But don't get it confused. These are the standard rarities, and the only rarities you can obtain from trading up, trading in, or opening equipment cases. However, there are many other rarities of cards that have been released as special event or promotional material. For example, if you were around when Dirty Bomb was first launched in early alpha, you would have had the chance to purchase Founders loadout cards. Or alternatively, taking part in the Containment War event, for example, gave you the chance to receive a random loadout with the Containment War event skin. There have also been other types of promotional skins, such as the most recent Humble Bundle skin pack, which you could have received if you donated at least $12 to charity via the 2-week-long Humble Bundle Gamepedia bundle event, and there have been a few other promotional skins released from other companies as well. I'll go ahead and display them for you on screen for you to check out. But if you weren't around for any of these events, then don't worry. There will still be plenty of more to come in the future. Now, one last thing that I do have to mention about loadout cards are the differences in the skins between each rarity. Now, default up to the Bronze rarity of loadout cards each have their own one specific skin. However, each skin of the higher standard rarities have at least 2 skins tied to them. Silver has the urban camo and carbon fiber skins, while gold has the crown, bamboo, and Swiss red skins, and lastly cobalt has the fragment and shard skins. The chances of receiving these skins are completely random, just as receiving a specific loadout is, so now not only do you need your favorite loadout in cobalt, but you need it in both skins too. And yes, it is possible to have the same loadout in different skins, which makes collecting that much more fun, but also that much more tedious as well. So if you have any favorites, let me know which ones are yours down in the comments. But that's just about all the information I have regarding loadout cards, so I hope this information was valuable to you and that you learned something, and that I was able to dispel those mysteries surrounding the loadout system. If you have any additional questions or suggestions, be sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, as always, take care everyone.
Granaten! Granaten!
All enemies eliminated. On the round.
Mine deployed. Granaten!
Ouch! Your f***ing nade hit me directly. Oh, that's why.
No, that was so close. Oh, I almost got a 6-man, dude. That was so dope.